Good evening, everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the very important circular today CBSE has circulated. This is a circular. There is date 9th. Today is 9th. So that is why in the time of the evening or even the night I came live session for you to discuss about the whole matter about the CWSN. We know about CWSN, children with special need. So we are going to discuss about the whole circular because it is a 9 pages circular CBSE has shared, and it is mandatory for all the school to comply with the latest circular of the CBSE. So that is why we want to discuss about those things. So here it is. You can see the circular that guidelines for the children with special needs, CWSN provisions for existing schools and schools seeking affiliation with board. That means it is applicable for the new affiliated school, or the school who is going to be affiliated, or the school that already affiliated. So not only that, already in 2023, CBSE has circulated a circular. This is in continuation with the earlier circulars that we are going to discuss. So the board has incorporated affiliation bylaws 2018. These are all the amendments. That means that bylaws, according to the bylaws, the new CWSN circular will be the added with the bylaws, those for the school, those who are seeking for the new affiliation. So, a school shall promote inclusion of the students with special needs in the normal schools as per provision of the rehabilitation persons with disabilities. What are the criteria that you are going to maintain? What are the criteria? Number one, admit them without discrimination and provide educational opportunities for sports, recreation activities equally with others. Most few of the schools are there in CBSE curriculum. They sometimes they are discriminating the students of taking admission. So you need to take the admission of the students without discrimination. And not only that, the CWSN student must include it in various sports activities and other recreation activities that according to the CBSE directives or the school curriculum or pedagogical plan that will be included. So that means when you are going to discuss or when you are going to uh, plan for pedagogical planning, so you should include all those things for the CWSN candidates too. Number two, make building campus and various facilities accessible. Very important about that. That the building that should be accessible for to the students. Provide reasonable accommodation according to the individual's requirement, because CWSN requirement, different requirements are there. Some of the students, they are ADHD high, some of the students are requirements different. That means in different kind of requirement and different individual requirement will be provided by the schools. Number four, provide necessary support individualized and otherwise in environment that maximize academic and social development consistent with the goal of full inclusion. That is a full inclusive education, and individual care will be provided by the school. That is the motto of this circular. Number five, ensure that the education to persons who are blind or deaf or both is imparted in the most appropriate language and modes and means of communication. If some are deaf or dumb, so that means individual facilities will be provided by the schools. Detect the specific learning disabilities in children. That is a very important type, because the school should know and the parents will be educated on this matter also, because parent does not know what are the deformities the students are having. So school needs to aware or needs to give the awareness program to the parents that they can also know about what are the deformities their children are having or the child is having. Monitor participation progress in terms of attainment levels and completion of the education in respect of every student with a disability. That means his progress should be there. That means you have taken the admission because CBSE has asked you to do, and you just ask the parents to do the rest of the things. It doesn't mean that school. This is a responsibility of the school. How the progress of the students will be there, that will be monitored by them. Provide transportation facilities to children with disabilities and their attendants who have high support needs. They know the attendants, they know about the disabilities they are having. So in continuation, I have told you in last year, 6 March, CBSE has circulated the circular about the CWSN. This is the latest circular about the CWSN that we are going to discuss. So here, annexure A, we are going to discuss about the annexure A. Just I'm sharing. Yes, this is the annexure A and the guideline. Very important guideline. Number one, RAM, proper RAM should be mandatory to be constructed on the ground floor of the school for the barrier-free access to CWSN, providing equitable educational opportunities. I think ramp, the accessibility of the ramp in the ground floor to the top floor, that is common for all the CBSE school. But what is not common, that I am going to discuss about that. Need a separate number two, separate CWSN compliant toilets for boys and girls. We know about the girls toilet, boys toilet with CWSN synagogue. The wheelchair or the walker should be maintained on the ground floor or any other floor on which the school is conducting the classes for practicals for CWSN candidates. It will be better the CWSN candidates will take the class, will be taken, the CWSN candidate will be taken the class in the ground floor. The school shall confirm at the time of seeking affiliation the floors on which it intends to conduct classes, particularly for CWSN. That means specification will be given that in which floor the CWSN candidates will, and you take the classes for the CWSN candidate. And my suggestion is that it should be on the ground floor. It will be good for the CWSN candidates also. Next is approach. That very important thing is this. Approach of the school should be well maintained and level surface should be provided. That was not in the previous circular. That is included in this circular. Paved flooring provided comfortable access to all students and teachers and benefit the children with adult disabilities. The surface should be firm, even with finish that slip resistance in all weather condition. The floor, whenever you are going to construct anything, that take care about the floor. It should not be the slippery. Any curbs, raised paths in the road should have appropriate drop curbs to allow the wheelchair access, because wheelchairs can be moved freely. Now very important that these things, that main entrance and doorways in the school building should be 150 to 180-meter wide. That is included here. It was not in the previous circular. The front road entrance of the doorways, that would be 1500 to 18 millimeter wide, and the classroom and the toilet should have a clear door. The door specification have been given on the door, that is 900 millimeter minimum. The specification also be given here. Sharp turns in the walkway should be avoided. The walkway must be free of hung and protruding obstructions such as windows, lights, low branches, flower pots, sign posts. That means there will be no obstruction will be there. The handrail should be provided at any dangerous point in the walkway. The guardrails are a must situation with a sudden changes in the level, including the stairs and the veranda. The ends of the handrail should be rounded off, grouted on the ground, and bent downward to avoid injury. That the handrails that should be bent downwards. The height and width of the steps should be equal. Bright and contrast color textile pavers, preferably yellow, should be used at every change of the slope, at the beginning and ending of the staircase, or easy recognition at the turning. All floor surface should have non-slip anti-skid matte finish. That is very important. So I mean, a signature or synagogue gauge. Wayfinding visual and auditory. That external should be mounted above 200 millimeter of the finished floor level for proper head clearance. Internal should be placed 1400 millimeter to 1600 millimeter from the finished floor level on the wall. Next, international symbol of accessibility to be displayed for all the accessible services, and provides that also synagogue has been given here. The ramp, a proper ramp should be mandatory constructed to access the ground floor of the school building. Already we know about the ramp. If the school conduct classes for or practical for CWSN or in any floor other than the ground floor, it shall mandatorily make provision for a lift or ramp to access the floor. The gradient indoor gentle slope of 1.15 is to 115 maximum. Outdoor for the first and above 1 is to 15 or 1 is to 20 gradient ram is advised. With 1500 millimeter, if you go for the ramp. Landings to be provided in every 750 millimeter of vertical raise. Specification have been given because sometimes I have visited many of the affiliated school or going to be affiliated school, and I have seen the condition of the RAM that is not suitable for the CWSN candidate to go there. So landing will be provided each 750 millimeter of vertical rise, clear space of size of 150 millimeter and 150 millimeter minimum at the beginning and the ending of the ram and turning. At interval of every 9 meter of a gradient of 1 is to 15 or 1 is to 20. The handrails already you can see the picture. Here, these are the picture. To be both side in two heights, the height specification also been given. That is 760 millimeter to 900 millimeter, painted on contrast color against the background wall. All I mean, 2023 6 March, what the CBSE has circulated already, that was also in the same circular. The grouted and extended 300 millimeter beyond the top and bottom of the ram. Surface should be slip resistance. Grooves on the cement ram not exceeding 5 millimeter, or checked tiles can be provided. Now, next, warning textile paver should be placed at 300 millimeter. Warning textile paver, that is 300 millimeter before and after the ram edges. And ramp in the school should be constructed by vehicle, and ram entry should not be kept locked. These incidents are common when step entry is made as common entry. Also specification you have given, you can see the picture. Ramp entry should be used as the main entry, which benefits everyone, disabled or non-disabled, both. Gradient of the RAM should be maximum 1 is to 12, that is every rise of 1 unit height. Length of the RAM should be 12 unit maximum. And gentle RAM of 1 is to 15 gradient is preferred, as it is easier to maneuver a wheelchair or a gentle slope. That wheelchair can be provided, or you can also take the wheelchair with the ramp. Grooves of ram should not be height for more than 10 millimeter cc. Matte finish anti-skid tiles. That is very important about the anti-skid tile, because for the beautification we have avoided anti-skid tiles. Instead of that, for the beautification of the school, we used different kind of tiles that will be avoided. The edges of the ramp should be flush on the flooring, and the pathway leading to them should be level. So ramp should be provided on each side of the steps in a center, and L-shaped ramps are preferred if the plinth of height is more. So you can see also that what is the condition of the ramp and how we are going to provide and what are the things very important, all those things that you can take care about that. Okay, next, lifts, if there will be a lift. In case of the school conduct classes and practical of CWSN on any floor other than the ground floor, the school shall make provision for lift and ramp to access those floors. What will be the color? The lift door and the panel should be brightly colored in contrast instead of glazed steel or any other metallic shade. If there will be any other metallic shade, you should avoid that. Car space, internal floor space, 1500 millimeter to into 1500 millimeter minimum. Doors, there should be 900 millimeter wide, and the closing mechanism should be adjusted to give adequate entry time. Alternatively, sensor should be installed. Call button, at each 900 millimeter to 1000 millimeter, at least 450 millimeter on any corner of the wall to reach the call button. Control panel inside the leaf, preferably in the both side button with braille and raised letters in bright contrast for the background. Audio announcement for door opening and the closing of the door, there should be a audio announcement. Key plan, all floors to be placed inside the lift. Vision panel should be provided on the lift for two levels, 800 millimeter and 1500 millimeter while you are purchasing the lift. So take care about those things. Level differences, the gap in level between the lift door and the door surface should not be more than 10 millimeter. Float directory of the main facilities of the services available on the lift landing, along with the accessible emergency egress route that indicates the location of the nearest refugee areas for children with disabilities. The use of visually and acoustically reflective wall surface should be minimized with the lift car, as visual reflection can cause discomfort and affect the visual acuity of children with visual impairment. The floor of the lift car should be slip resistance and have similar frictional qualities. The lift landing floor to decrease the risk of the stumbling. A mirror on the wall of the lift car opposite the lift door is positive aid to navigation of the wheelchair user. There should be a, I mean, there should be a mirror on the wall, and it allows the wheelchair user to see if anyone is behind them and also to see the floor indicator panel. The mirror should be not extend below 900 millimeter from the lift floor to avoid confusion of the children with visual impairment. Big color contrast with the surroundings of war and should not be heavier than 20 n open. What will be the general toilet? These are the general toilets. Separate CWS and toilets will be provided with the synagogue. And if classes are conducted in any floor, the ground separate CWS and candidate toilets should be provided. And this signic of the general toilets will be provided to the students. And the for children who have visual impairment, what I have told you that in the plates along with the braille or the raised alphabets to be mounted on the wall next to door near the latch site of the height of 1400 millimeter to 1600 millimeter. Warning strip with rubber door mat to be provided 300 millimeter before the toilet entrance. Availability of the sanitary material and disposal of mechanism such as incinerator should be provided for the girls. Running water in the girls' toilet is essential for the menstruation problem, hygiene and management. Overhead water storage tank should be provided to get a piped water facility. All toilet facilities should be incorporate fire alarm with audio and visual system, that is also added. The new things that are also added with the facilities of toilet where audio and visual systems will be provided. Alarm must be located so that the assistance can be summoned both when on the toilet pan that is 900 millimeter height and the lying on the floor. Toilet seat WC of the background tile shall be contrast color in the benefit of the children with low vision and create visual contrast. Water and the soap for washing hands not only helps in learning safe hygiene management but also help in attitude change of washing hands. So washing hand facilities will be provided in each and every toilet. For adolescents, girls, running water is essential for menstruation hygiene management. Accessible and usable functional toilet facilities should be provided for all children. And what will be the accessible toilet? Accessible toilet, as term of CWD toilets, should be located next within 3 meter of the main entrance and exit of the school. It should not be far away. Minimum of one toilet compartment should have enough fast food for the wheelchair user to enter, and space is given, that is 200 millimeter to 2000 millimeter to into 2200 millimeter minimum. Provided a door of clear opening of at least 900 900 millimeter with the door swing outwards in folding the sliding type. Toilet cubicle. What will be the toilet cubicle? Should have slip resistant flooring, switch near the WC, that is 300 millimeter, and other 900 millimeter from the floor level. Flooring at the anti-slip matte finish. Door should be horizontal foot bar, at least 600 millimeter long inside, and handrails all through the toilet cubicles. Now we are going to the wash bins. What will be the wash bins? That is warning tactile pivot should be placed in the wash bin for the children. That they should be 550 millimeter and 410 millimeter, so mounted on the top edge between the 700 millimeter to 800 millimeter from the floor, and the knee clearance at least 760 millimeter. Lever type handles of taps are recommended. The minor mirror's bottom edge to be 1 meter from the floor, and the mirror may be inclined to 250 angles to get U-shape movable grab boards to be proposed on both sides of the wash bin. So these are the things that are also included in the wash bins. Indian squatting seat, that is Indian squatting seat in the lavatory. That is, door should be the floor space almost the same as well as the door should be two-way open hinge. Signature of for male and female toilet in braille and pictogram should be provided. Both braille and pictogram both will be provided. Clear floor space 1200 mmx into 1500 millimeter. A vertical grab bar should be provided, and cleaning of the water should be provided also, and health and door handles should be there. So the clothes changing hook should for seated and standing user for 800 millimeter and 1000 millimeters. So also they have circulated one video link, that you can also check the video link. So these are the circular, that is very important circular in the present circumstances. Those the especially the schools, those who are going for the CBSE new CBSE affiliation. So it is a compulsory and mandatory thing that you are going to discuss or you are going to maintain. So these are the things that already circulated. So I'm here to discuss about the whole matter. See my video, and next time I'll be here with another video. So before I'm winding up, so I ask every CBSE educators, principals, and the director, please, like the video and also subscribe my video for the more discussion about the circulars CBSE will be circulated. So thank you everyone. So thank you, and good night to everyone. Thank you. So I'm just